Hello, Bigfoot enthusiasts. Scott here from Squatch America.
And Hannah, the overheated domestic goddess in the paddy wagon.
Yes, in case, let us know if you can hear us okay, because we've got the air conditioner running, but it's still 100 and something degrees in here, and we're dying. It's too hot for coffee. I thought I would never, ever say that, ever in my life. But it is.
What an auspicious day. Play the intro, man. Play the intro.
Play the intro, man.
Play the intro.
All right. Welcome this evening to our Bigfoot.
Awesome. They can hear us
Talk.
just fine.
Yep. Thank you, Renee.
It's
and Michelle.
It's a Squatch talk.
So Squatch talk.
Hey, that could be a whole new series.
That's a whole new series.
Instead of a Chautauqua talk, it's a Squatch talk.
All right.
So shall I throw you under the bus now or later?
Okay.
I'll do it later.
No, do it now.
No, do it later. So we've got exciting news right now.
Which news are you talking about?
Well, so probably the news that enables us to kind of get back on the road.
Oh, okay.
Did you want to do that now?
Sure, we can. Well,
first of all, tonight we have no guest. No one was available. So you got us. I put makeup on for everyone.
And I shaved my legs. So there's that. But no, we're gonna actually get your Bigfoot questions ready. We're gonna answer what we can and make up the rest. And then we're going to
True.
We're gonna talk about some Bigfoot, interesting Bigfoot stuff we got sent this week. And some upcoming investigation stuff we're going to be doing.
But first, the most exciting news of the week.
Yes, is, Adelaide, our Squatchmobile that we've had for,
10 years.
10 years. She went bye-bye.
Someone asked me if she croaked. I said,
No, she didn't croak. She went bye-bye.
She went bye-bye because she was tired.
I know.
She needed an easy. You know how when a horse reaches the end of its life and you just put them out to pasture in a nice horse rescue place? Well, this is the car rescue place in Weezer, Idaho.
Yeah, Weezer, Idaho. Yes, there's a place in Idaho called Weezer. Okay. But we traded her in, and before you get crazy, here's the new Squatchmobile.
It's not a she.
It's not a she. We're going to call this one Harry, as in Harry and the Henderson. In fact, he's getting his logos tomorrow. So I've been working really hard this week to get the gear put back on it. The surveillance system and all that stuff.
This is not a brand new truck, but it is new to us. And so, as with any used vehicle, issues come with it. And we want to thank all of our Patreons for their help, because it's because of the Patreons that we could put in a new air filter. Air filter.
All right, yeah.
Air filter and by steel for the solar rack.
All right.
So thank you, Patreons.
Yeah, thank you, Patreons. And hi, Mopar, Bill. He said he saw the truck on Facebook.
Yay! And well, with Mopar in his name, we have to apologize. It's not a Ram.
I know we got rid of our Ram and ended up with a Ford. But before you get crazy, people, we got a couple interesting comments on Facebook about, well, glad you could afford that big diesel truck. Well, there's a reason we got it. One, our Ram we got rid of was a 2013, and this is a 2002. So we went back in time. And we got a
The dog is making weird
I know.
noises over there.
So we also, a reason we got it is because it does have that big diesel engine, and pulling our 13,000 pound camper with that gas engine, we were getting about 6 miles to the gallon when we're towing, and this is going to get 18 to 20. So we just tripled our gas mileage, basically, for towing the trailer. So we'll be able to travel further faster.
Donna says it's known in the Bennington Triangle to never wear red in the woods. People have disappeared wearing red. What are you, from the village? That's like an M. Night Shyamalan thing.
It is.
Holy cow.
So
well,
yeah. Yeah, poor little Hemi, Mopar Bill said. So we're gonna be wearing lots of red in the truck in the woods. So hopefully it attracts a Squatch. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
We're gonna put flashy lights on it.
So we're having fun, and I will tell you, it's a full bed versus a short bed, which is what we had last time. And one of the issues that we ran into with all the gear we carry, what couldn't fit in the bed of the truck wound up in the back seat, along with the dog and any passengers we had.
Yeah.
So in addition to like tripling our gas mileage, we actually we added cargo space in the back, and we tripled space for us because there's room for the dog. There's room for us.
Yeah.
If we have to, we can sleep in the truck because it's wider. I'll just take the back seat. It's pretty nice.
So it is a 1-ton truck, so as opposed to our 3/4 ton truck. So that's a big plus too. And we'll give you a tour coming soon when I get stuff done. Within the next couple weeks, I'm going to have the bed system done that I'm home building. And it's going to be cool when we're done. So we'll be able to spend more time in the woods with Bigfoot, basically. Yeah.
Let's be honest. Was that one of the reasons why you just didn't want to travel for a while, just because of the towing issue?
Well, no, not quite that. I mean, the truck was getting a little. I know. Mopar Bill said, "Poor little Hemi." Yeah, our poor little Hemi was dragging that 13,000 pound trailer.
She was tired.
And yeah, she pulled the trailer, the camper, across the United States 4 times.
So 16,000 miles.
Yeah, a lot. So that's cool.
Anyway.
And yes, and Renee said we needed the diesel to haul stuff, and yeah, we do. So.
And if we get into a pinch, we can haul hay.
Yep.
Ask your mother.
Yeah. So, yeah, and it does have the 7.3 diesel international diesel engine. So that's another great thing is my son's a diesel mechanic. That's a plus. But 2, he pointed out the fact that with the international engine that's in the Fords, we don't have to go to Ford to get parts. I can actually go to tractors, like Massey Ferguson's, because it's the same engine that's in tractors. It's the same engine that's in a lot of the smaller semis. So I can go to a lot of the semi dealers to get parts. So that's a plus too.
And what's really cool about this one, this is a Super Duty, so it's a dually.
Yes.
And it came with brand new tires.
Brand new tires. That's
around.
A plus.
I will pay for new brakes. And I will pay for an air filter, but thank God we did not have to put new tires on that thing now.
So that's a plus. Ooh.
So it's been, and I will say, I know it is so hot. Saturday morning when we woke up, getting a new to us truck was not on the agenda. It just kind of, poof, it happened.
Yeah, fell into our laps kind of deal. So, moving right along. Dugadoon. How long have we been on? Oh. 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
All right.
They're not ready for a commercial yet.
No. So if you got any Bigfoot questions, get them ready.
We can even throw people into the studio with us, can't we?
We can if we wanted to. Donna says, may she go out to pasture and rest. Yes, she needed a rest.
Yeah,
she had 10 years of...
It's 10 years and 120,000 miles on.
Yep. and we had bought that truck brand new. So that was like the only vehicle I think we've ever bought brand new, wasn't it, to us? So, or brand new.
Brand new. I mean, it had 37 miles on it when we drove it off the lot.
Yeah.
And we were never ever upside down on it, ever.
That was a plus. So
yeah, we got a pretty sweet deal on her. So Renee said that had to be a pain to take off the old truck.
What?
Well, talk about taking all that crap off the old truck.
Oh, all the surveillance system and all that stuff.
And so here's the deal. This is how we came into the new truck. We were thinking about it. We wanted to see what Adelaide was worth, and so I just went on Kelley Blue Book and did give me what the trade-in value is. Of course, like all the dealers in the area see that I was on there, and they started texting me. And for whatever reason, I actually responded to Zach at Hometown Motors in Weiser, probably because he talked to me like a real person. And we got to chatting, and I said, well, this is what we're looking for. So, thinking whatever, people really aren't getting rid of trucks these days, right? Because it's so expensive to buy them new. And he texted me with pictures on Saturday morning. And by the end of the day, he said, I will drive it to your house and I will pick up your old one. I'll be there in an hour and 15.
Yeah.
And I said, Scott, get busy.
Yeah. So I had an hour and 15 minutes to get all that stuff out of the truck. So therefore, I didn't have enough time to delicately unwire stuff. So I ended up
slashing.
Yeah, cutting a lot of wires and pulling them from both ends instead of trying to unhook stuff and feed it through and all that stuff. So I did that. Hi, Pappy.
Gordon, it's good to see you.
Good to see you. Anyway, so we got... So I had an hour and a half to get it all off. I did it. I made it. I got it off. The only thing that we sent with the truck that we didn't take off is the 100-gallon fuel tank that was on the back of it.
And it had $100 worth of gas in it.
Yeah, it was about half full of gas. I couldn't lift it off there myself. And plus, yeah, oh well.
We sent that gas out into the universe, and we know that our generosity will come back to us at some point. So.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Patty.
Yeah. So Mopar Bill has a question. Thank God, because otherwise we're just going to be yakking it up. Oh, and it's getting hot.
Okay, so Mopar says,
if you could research anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
Oh, that is a great question.
Awesome.
If I anywhere in the world, oh my gosh, there is so many places I would want to go just off the top of my head. If I could research anywhere in the world. Now, okay, here's something that's probably very interesting. What if I wasn't technically looking for Bigfoot? Actually, I'd probably go to Nepal. Well, that's where they have the Yetis. That's on my list. But the other one is, oh gosh, the words went out of my head. The Philippines.
Oh.
For the orang pendek. It's a shorter version of Bigfoot.
You know why I want to go to the Philippines?
Why?
The Flying Chicken Restaurant.
Yes, that would be good too. But yeah, I think that's where I would go first, is actually to check out the
orang pendek.
The orang pendek, which is a mysterious Bigfoot-like creature, just small, and but that's probably where I would want to go first.
After the Flying Chicken Restaurant.
After the Flying Chicken Restaurant. And I could, and Patty says you should go check out the Billy Ape. I am scared to death of the Congo. Sorry.
Have you ever watched that movie? Those snakes will eat you.
Yeah.
Where would you not research in the... Okay, before we go there, so where would you research in the... Let's just make the assumption that for personal reasons, we will never be able to get passports.
Okay.
Wink, wink, right?
Yeah.
So you have to stay in the U.S. Where would you research?
Where would I research?
Where would you really want to go? I know where I want to go.
I mean, we have went to where we really wanted to go a lot of times already. But
we have not gone to the Everglades.
no, that's true. Um,
You know
that's
how I
someplace.
feel about going to Florida.
Yeah. Um, I would go probably Alaska to Portlock area. That's probably where I would want to go. Portlock, Alaska, where that whole town vanished overnight, basically. That's if I had to go in the U.S. Um, but Pyromedic said,
Where would you not research in the U.S.
and why? Well, probably I got a couple places actually. I'd have to say. Well, first is probably Hawaii because there's no Bigfoot in Hawaii. There's never been a Bigfoot uh, report in Hawaii. That's one. And secondly, the other
That
place
doesn't mean we don't ever want to go to Hawaii.
no, but where I would not research is gosh, I'm not afraid to research anywhere in my head. But where I would not is probably it would have to be in the deserts area like New Mexico,
Southern California,
Arizona, Southern California, those areas. Mainly because there's not many, if any, Bigfoot reports in those areas. And
again,
because if it's hot and dry,
it doesn't mean we don't like going there.
Right.
Where is our favorite place in the desert? Benson, Arizona.
Benson, Arizona. I love that place. But I would totally not research there. I mean, if we were down there and doing research, it wouldn't be for Bigfoot.
Isn't there a state? There's another state that has never had a Bigfoot report. Is it Rhode Island?
Rhode Island.
Yeah, we're not going to research Rhode Island either.
Well, I could research Rhode Island in a day because it's only
4 square miles.
4 square miles. But
Papa, I gotta say one thing. You need to start checking your email.
I've emailed you like 4 times. Bob
Better
Craig.
yet, send us your phone number. Send us your phone number. We were trying
email
to
me your phone number at squatchamerica.com.
Yeah, I've been trying at gmail.com.
At gmail.com. I've tried to get a hold of you all week, buddy. Anyway, so there's that. So probably down south, I'd have to say in the deserts area of Arizona and New Mexico. That's where I would not go to research Bigfoot, just because Bigfoot's just not there. I mean, they never get very many. It seems okay. It's like this. Bigfoot seems to be wherever black bears are. You have Bigfoot reports, or wherever bears are. So they live in about the same area, same type of.
There are other things we can research places in the desert.
Oh yeah, I would definitely go research chupacabras down south.
And UFOs. All right. Hey, it is 19 minutes in, so guess what it's time to do?
Time for
one of these.
Our crazy.
That one.
Where did it go?
Right there.
All righty. Time for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Oh, wait, that's not it. We're still on. And it didn't.
Friends, American farmers recently warned us about food shortages. They're not going to be able to grow enough food this year because of an off-the-charts fertilizer shortage. This means you need to stockpile emergency food if you don't have some. Get prepared with My Patriot Supply. They're the nation's largest preparedness company, proudly offering Ready Hour brand products because they're the very best. Click on our affiliate link below and stock up now. These kits provide breakfast, lunch, dinners, drinks, and snacks, totaling over 2,000 calories a day. You won't go hungry when you have enough food. Click our affiliate link below. Don't let your family suffer. Act now while there's still time.
All right. Oh, I need to turn that off.
Are you losing track of all the things?
All the things. Too many buttons in my head.
Too many buttons. I heard something interesting about My Patriot Supply recently, actually.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
They are one of the Other than the company, of course, that I partner with for health, My Patriot Supply is one of the only food companies in the country that has not raised their prices in response to the recession.
There we go.
So literally, get stocked up now.
Yeah.
I went on an adventure this week and I learned how to do something new, stocking up for, whatever. Guess, are you going to tell them what I did? I made you so proud of me.
She canned meat.
I canned meat.
Yeah.
I put away 11 quarts
There
of
we
chicken,
go.
beef, and pork, and I am so proud of myself. And it wasn't very hard at all. And the pressure canner did not explode. So any of you who are scared of a pressure canner, it didn't even. It was fine.
All right. Oh, and hi, Amber. Welcome to the show. Okay, so every once in a while, well, actually, more often than not, we get reports all the time on our website and in person of Bigfoot stuff.
While we're sharing this with you, remember you can type your question about anything you want that's of a non-intimately personal nature in the chat, and we will answer it. That's our show tonight, is answering almost any question.
Okay.
So show the report, and then we'll get to the things.
Oh, I will get to that. That goes right or wrong.
Okay, so show the picture. So you're getting squirreled.
I am getting scrolled. I'm reading. Okay, so we had this picture sent to us this year. It's from, or this month, or just words this week. Actually, we got this this week. Just sent to us, and they asked us about what do we think.
That took me 4 seconds.
Yeah, it didn't take me long to try to basically figure it out. If you analyze this photo a little bit, it does have the person who sent it to me said it had a very long back, so they were confused about this photograph. So could it possibly be a Bigfoot? Well, if you look at the anatomy of Bigfoot and you can do the biometrics of it, we know the percentages of how long the leg is to how long the backs are, how long the arms are, from
the size of the head.
Yeah, from the Patty and other photographs that we've got over the years. There's a basic analytical biometric levels to everything. Humans have theirs, percentages. It's like that old funny thing you get when you were remember, like, what is it? Once around or twice around the wrist should be once around your neck, and twice around your neck should be once around your waist. Are you familiar with that, Hannah? Okay. So she's trying to figure out if twice around her neck is once around. Anyway, you guys have heard that. Okay, so this photo here.
That leads me into my remainder of the 2022 challenge.
Okay, so we've got this here, I would have to say is probably a bear due to the length of the legs and the length of the back. And I think its head's looking away from the camera. It is a trail camera photo. And secondly, if this is a four-wheeler trail through the woods, which it looks like to me, if it's a four-wheeler trail, that's only 4 feet wide. So if you took this figure and laid it down on the trail, it looks about 4 feet tall. So I'm guessing that's probably a bear.
I did it much. Go put that picture back up. Because my analysis was way easier and way shorter. You know what the dead giveaway was?
What?
The crotch is too low to be a Bigfoot.
Exactly. The legs are too short. I said that.
I know. Yeah, you took 10 minutes to say that. I said, look at the crotch. It's a bear.
Okay. So it's probably a bear. And we got some bear stories.
That's a berry picking bear.
That's a berry picking bear.
I can see it's picking. It's Yogi.
Yep.
It's picking a basket.
That is a berry picking bear. Yep.
Everybody thought it was a bear. So go
Everybody
up there.
thought it was a bear.
So Amber had a question.
Where?
Where do you find Bigfoots?
Oh.
Right there, Amber Grant.
Amber Grant asked, where do you find Bigfoots? You find Bigfoots
at the Big and Tall store.
Everywhere.
I made a joke.
Basically, if you look at a map And wherever you can find bears, you can probably find Bigfoot. Now, here's something that I have found in my research, and I've been doing this for a while, like almost, I keep saying 25 years, but it's getting closer to 30 now. But
The old guy.
I'm an old guy. But
Look at this. He's an old guy.
but I have found that if you follow the food, you have a better chance. Like when huckleberry season's happening, follow the huckleberries when they're ripe. Mushrooms, follow the mushrooms, which follow the snow line up the mountain. When it's in the springtime, follow the snow line. Where the snow line is basically where the mushrooms are, and you'll find animals there, not just Bigfoot, by the way. But secondly, here's another thing that is very surprising, but typically people think I need to go
Deep woods
where nobody's been in 1,000 years, that sort of thing, which is good at times. But believe it or not, I have had more success finding Bigfoot tracks, finding, hair. And I actually had a sighting, and you would be surprised how close to civilization I have found these
Well,
things.
where, like for instance, in this area, where's the easiest food pickings going to be? Ranch land.
Ranch land.
And our ranches here are right up against the tree line.
Uh-huh.
So, in the foothills.
Right.
So, which is near watershed stuff.
Mm-hmm. So you got water, you've got food.
Donna says follow the golf balls.
Follow the golf balls. That's funny. Yeah, she sent me some photos this week. But anyway, yeah. So
I want to see.
actually, I have seen my sighting of a Bigfoot was within 1 mile of walking distance, where I could stand on the edge of a road and look down about
within
4 or 5
1 mile.
within
You were 200 feet.
what?
Wasn't your sighting? It was 200.
Well, I saw one 200 feet away from me, but where it was, if I turned it and walked 1 mile down the hill, I could stand on the top of the hill and look down into the valley and see the town.
Oh, got you.
We were only, 5 miles probably from a town, a large town. Well, a big-ish town.
Baker or Haynes.
Yeah, right above Haynes. So they're a lot closer than a lot of people think. In fact, we've had reports of them in dumpsters and in town, on the edge of town and stuff.
And honestly, we talk about this a lot. When we talk about the planet, we are encroaching more and more on wildlife, and so they're going to encroach on us. Papa had
Yeah.
a question.
You are right on the money there, Papa Craig. The ones in the deep woods don't like people, and you don't see them as much or hear them. That is very, very true. And the ones in the deep woods are hard to find. And you know what? If you look back in Native American culture and the interviews that I've had with tribal members, the ones that are in the deep woods seem to be more aggressive, actually, even to humans, than the ones that are close.
Okay. Patty says her husband turned gray a year after they were married, and it's her fault.
Oh, I may have to agree after. So, look.
All right. Gordon has a lovely theory here.
Okay, read away.
He says, I have a theory and gut feeling that the big guys are closer to human habitation than most believe, not only for easier food resources, but also being able to keep an eye on us for security.
That is probably very, very true.
I would say, based on so many of the native legends that talk about, especially the Ojibwa legend,
Where they trade, yeah.
well, not just where they trade, but where they advised humans to not have anything to do with the white man, and because they wanted to trade with the white man, they left. I think that, yeah, that makes sense to me. Do you think you've had, it says Craig, do you think you've had Sasquatch
She can't talk.
I can't, it's so hot. My brain is literally fried. I thought it was Wednesday all day until I realized it was Thursday.
Uh-huh.
Do you think you've had Sasquatch push trees over by you? Ooh, Killamacue.
I have. I've had one, actually, it wasn't pushed over. I've had a tree pulled out of the ground and laid by my tent in the night. And this was, it wasn't, well, it was pretty deep woods. It wasn't super deep woods, but it was a place where there's, I wouldn't say there's a lot of human traffic, but there was a fair amount. Basically, people hike up there. Probably there's people camping in that area maybe once a month or so where we were at. And but I haven't had a tree, pushed over on me, or we've had one laid. It was a small tree pulled out of the ground and just laid next to my tent in the middle of the night. But we've had, I have had mysterious tree falls in the woods, but they were never really close. I mean, a couple 100 yards away, we've had trees crack and fall, and at that point, you don't know if they are, well, is it just an old tree that rotted and fell over at that particular moment? Like, did I hear a tree fall in the woods kind of deal? But, or was it pushed over? That I don't know. So there's that.
Donna, look what Donna responds. By the way, hey, Flat Rock. And I was dead serious. We need to have a Bigfoot camp out or a Bigfoot cookout.
Yeah, we do.
You have no idea what we're talking about, but Flat Rock and I are yakking about
Okay,
having a
good.
cookout.
Donna says, yes, I've had two pushed over near me while walking in the hot zone. Donna has a hot zone that I'm jealous about.
Mm-hmm. We've got to go back to New England, honey.
Yep. So, yeah, Papa Craig said he's heard whoops and howls at Killamacue Lake and seen big tracks. Yeah, we've also got tracks. We've had 14-inch and 15-inch tracks we've both found near Lake Killamacue. We were camping at the lake, but we hiked up the mountain past there. There's a lot of little swampy areas above the lake before you get up on the actually rocky peaks up there. But
that would be fun to do.
We've done that.
I tried to hike to Lake Killamacue years and years ago. I was too fat to do it.
Might do it now.
But I might not be now.
It's a good hike, and Papa Craig, if he's been up there, so he knows it's a good 3 miles, pretty vertical, straight up to get up to that lake.
So tell me this: since I did so well on Mount Katahdin, you think I could handle Killamacue now?
I think you could. Yep. Oh, and
Sugar Britches! I don't know you, but hey, Flat Rock cannot wait for a Bigfoot cookout.
We'll do it.
He drools over my recipes. If y'all are not following me on Facebook, you really need to be my friend on Facebook.
Yeah.
I am not just all about Bigfoot.
And we promised Joe, Squatch and Cowboy, and Flat Rock, we get down there. Hannah's got the best jalapeno popper recipe on the planet, so we'll have to do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Killer
yeah. Yeah. Papa Craig says they call it Killer Maku. 3.3 miles straight up. Yeah, well, it is.
Well, I did. How far did we hike on Katahdin?
Probably 5.
That was insanity. That literally was straight up. Mm-hmm. So I think I could probably do it. Would the dog manage? Could we manage a dog?
Yeah, I might be able to. Well,
Anyway,
so Michelle says, count me in for the cookout. All right.
we could go state to state and have a Squatch America
Cookout.
cookout in
That
every
sounds good.
state. Ooh,
That's a great idea.
that and the Squatch America wine tour, going from winery to winery.
So,
Please, 2023, bring good things.
all right. So, yeah, we want to get back up to Vermont. We want to get back down south. Texas, Arizona. Well, not so much Arizona, but mostly Texas and Louisiana and Arkansas and Tennessee and the Carolinas and all those places. Yeah.
And Florida.
And Florida. So there's that.
So,
And I want to get up to Donna's hot spot.
absolutely, with our bright red truck. All right.
I'm doing a camp out with Flat Rock says he's doing a camp out with Cowboy in the fall. No date yet. We could only hope. So we're half an hour in. Thank you for putting up with us rambling tonight. But
Can I throw you under the bus after the next commercial? By the way,
we're not doing the commercial. Well, actually, what we're going to be talking about is what's coming up.
okay, by the way, Sugar Britches, I don't know you. He cut me off when I said this before. I love your name. I want to know all about that. So friend me on Facebook. Hannah Burko Violet on Facebook. Sugar Britches. I love that name. That's awesome.
That is awesome. So we got a couple things coming up. If you get a chance and you're up here in the Northwest, the Great Pacific Northwest, as they call it, we are going to be where? Here. And actually the dates are going, this is the Bigfoot Rendezvous 2022. It is going to be in September 23rd and 24th.
At the Pocatello Fairgrounds.
Yeah, at the Pocatello Fairgrounds. You can get your tickets. They're going fast. If you want to go to squatchprints.com, it's on the screen right there at the bottom. You can get your tickets. Guest speakers are going to be Hannah and I and
Cliff and Jeff and Mark Mercel of the Ape Canyon
Project.
He's a really nice guy too.
Yeah, he's a super guy. Yeah, and then of course Cliff and Jeff. We're all going to be speaking there for the Friday and Saturday.
You do know what this lineup means.
What?
I will not get a word in edgewise.
Yeah, probably not.
So you can see me at the booth where I will be, my normal charming self,
So
and all the nerd guys will be nerding, geeking out with each other.
Yeah, it's at the fairgrounds in Pocatello.
And then shortly after
September 23rd and 24th.
Shortly after that,
we are going to be what date?
That's October 1st.
October 1st, we're going to be in Elgin, Oregon on the Eagle Cap train rides. We'll be riding the train, and you may see a Bigfoot along the river as the train goes by.
Or four.
Just maybe. Anyway.
One thing I want to say about this series, this is an awesome series, and when you get your ticket for this, you're not just getting your ticket for a train ride, and
you're getting lunch too.
Yeah.
Is that where you were going? Okay.
You get a really well prepared lunch. It's really good, but you will also be getting a far more entertaining Sasquatch presentation, which is something we were talking about earlier. I am always the hostess with the mostest.
Yeah.
So back in my church days, I was considered to have the gift of hospitality, and I actually do love entertaining people. So yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So, and then there's one other thing. Oh, I don't have graphics for it yet because it's brand new.
This just came up this morning.
This just came in this morning.
Yeah, confirmation came in. So October 22nd and 23rd. We will be at the Yakima Bigfoot Con up in Toppenish, Washington at the Legends Casino. It's a fairly new convention, and we will be guesting alongside the She Squatchers.
Yeah.
So that's in Toppenish, Washington, near my stomping grounds of Yakima.
Yakima.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll have a poster for that next week.
Yeah, so we're going to be there. We'll be guest speaking there with the She Squatchers, October
I think the 22nd and 23rd.
22nd and 23rd in Yakima.
Toppenish.
Well, same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, and you all know who's from Yakima.
Me! I'm from Yakima.
Well, I was thinking more like
Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin.
Gimlin, maybe.
And honestly, Bob will probably be there since he's still alive, and it's right there.
It's right there. So
he is truly a good person.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. So Renee, we will forgive you. However, that is contingent on some deer making it to our freezer or my pressure canner. Clifford the Big Red Bigfoot. We could rename it.
We could rename it Clifford the Big Red Bigfoot Truck.
Oh, okay. So I tell you what. We'll put a poll up.
We'll put a poll up.
See whether it should be Harry or Clifford.
So our new truck, there she is.
Put a 1 in the chat if it needs to stay Harry. Put a 2 in the chat if we should change its name to Clifford. And go.
And go. Clifford the Big Red Squatchy Truck. So, who said that? Where did that go?
Donna said that. No, did Donna or Patty say that? Go down. You're way down.
I'm way up there, aren't I?
Keep going.
We missed it. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I can't even. Oh, there it is. Donna. Of course, it's Donna.
You know, Papa, I got to say, when I was a youngin', there is nothing I wanted more than to get the HE double hockey sticks out of Yakima as soon as I possibly could. But you know how it goes when you get older, you start looking back, and I've actually been able to reconnect with a lot of my high school crowd. And granted, I probably don't ever want to move back to Yakima because it's way too people-y, but my memories of Yakima are a lot more fond than they used to be. So
there's a lot of 2s in here. 2 was what?
Clifford.
Yeah.
We got 4 2s and no 1s. Harry meets Clifford, the big
the Big Red Squatching Truck.
Well,
so that's funny.
Don't worry about getting a deer, elk, or moose. You have a new truck and you'll be hitting one in no time.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Yakima. So Yakima has, I tell you what, my happiest thing with Yakima, I got 2 happy things. They're not things that should make me happy, but they do make me happy. One is Burger Ranch. You have not been to Burger Ranch yet.
I've been to Miners.
Miners is overrated and now incredibly overpriced. They took this whole recession thing and went stupid with it. But Burger Ranch, best burgers on the planet. And 2, Ron's Ice Cream on the corner of 16th and Lincoln. And they have got, the old-fashioned chocolate vanilla swirl ice creams, where you get a vanilla swirl ice cream that is this big.
Wait, they can't see you. Hold on.
So.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, the chocolate swirl ice creams at Ron's and Yakima is like that tall, and this much is cone, and that much is chocolate vanilla swirl ice cream. So, I know I should
Papa
not. Papa
said I joke. I like Yakima. Elgin's the one I don't admit living in. We'll be in Elgin. What was the date? October 1st.
That means we have to go to Caesars.
Yep. So I actually agree with Papa on that one. By the way, Papa, I went 1st through 6th grade at Stella Mayfield Elementary School in Elgin, Oregon, in case you did not know that. Then we moved to the big town of Ambler. So, well, actually Somerville.
And hey, you know what? We are allowed to keep roadkill now.
Yep.
So
in
hit you a
Oregon.
damn deer already.
I will. I will. And the truck,
Actually, I'd rather hit an elk.
the truck does have a big metal brush guard thing on the front of it, so that's a plus.
Yeah. Anyway, do you need a tag if you hit one, or can you just take it?
You just take it.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right. So,
So-
it is. We got 15 minutes left. Were we going to cut this short, or is it time for me to throw?
Well, I do have one more Bigfoot thing I want to
Okay.
talk about. Then we're just going to talk about it.
There's a burger ranch in Kennewick. What? Oh, thank God! If we ever get to Tri-Cities, we gotta go to a burger ranch.
Okay.
That's where I first had crinkly fries, and their fry sauce is the bomb.
It's no Caesars In-N-Out
Better.
with barbecued fries. But anyway, barbecued fries. Anyway,
Greasy.
the other Bigfoot thing we got this week is I had a gentleman
Hey,
from
Dawn.
we had the big gentleman from the big town of Unity, Oregon, which is in the middle of nowhere.
There are
Oregon.
lots of cows.
Yeah, there's
Right.
nothing but cows. Oh, that's awesome, Papa Craig. Anyway, so he brought me a video. Now, he was unable to email it to me because of internet issues in Unity. But if you knew where Unity was and how big Unity is, you'll understand that they don't have internet yet. They might, but it's probably sketchy at best. So he drove into Baker and I met up with him. He showed me his video on his phone, and I'm going to get it from him eventually, but we are driving out to Unity to hook up with this gentleman. We're going to go out and investigate this. But he just showed me I'd have to say, the best Bigfoot nest I have ever seen. And
Would it make the Olympic project wet themselves?
yes, it would.
Okay.
I've seen the Olympic project's nests, but this was totally amazing. And what's really great about it is he was hunting in this area in October and it wasn't there. This was his area that he hunts, and he knows every stick and tree and rock in the area. And it's along a place called it's the South Fork of the Burnt River area. But it wasn't there in October, but it was there this spring when he went there to do mushroom hunting. But the trees were tore down. They were not stacked up. They were woven together. The leaves the video he showed me, it's probably dried up now, but the video he showed me, the pine needles and stuff on the trees were still green. So it was fresh. And trees don't fall and weave themselves together. That just doesn't happen.
So we're getting a lot of comments and questions about this. So
Okay,
Donna asked, first of all, hi, Donald. Nice to see you tonight. Did you know his first name is Donald? There you go.
Yeah, my first name is Donald. No.
So, oh yes, Pyro, there is no deaf system in that. That was part of our plan.
Yeah.
But how far into the
Where?
woods was the nest? And Papa says that he has seen them, but didn't know what made them.
Okay.
And then
So he says, how far into the woods were the nest? I have not been to the area yet. I just got it described to me, but it's in his hunting area. And guessing on where he said generally it was, that I'm going to go meet him and we're going to go into the area and I'll be able to tell you exactly. But it's probably 5 to 10 miles into the woods from Unity. There's that.
And then Donald asks, is there an abundance of eagles in the area of this nest?
I don't think there are eagles in the area, but not an abundance of them.
And this is not mountain area
And this
at
is
all.
and this isn't a woven together like bird eagle's nest. These trees are,
Trees.
are trees. They're 20 to 30 feet long trees woven together. I mean, these are big trees that were tipped over and stacked together and woven together to make a nest. and
Not limbs.
not limbs, the whole trees. So there's that, and it's on the ground too. And eagles don't nest on the ground, but so it was really exciting when I saw the video. I'm like, holy crud! I've never seen anything like this in the woods. And another thing about it was the center of it. It was almost an igloo, I would have to say, and it had the center was packed with tree limbs and stuff, like a bedding almost in it, and those were woven together. So it's very interesting. It's almost, I would, just off the top of my head, and this is my stupid Bigfoot theory. So here it comes. We need
tinfoil hat.
Tinfoil hat. I think it might be almost a birthing area. So it could be.
We're hoping to go out. We've got a few more things to do with the truck, like put brakes on it. That would be helpful. So in the by the end of the month, we're gonna get out there.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Okay. Can I throw you under the bus yet?
Okay.
All right. So we were having one of those heated, loving conversations this morning. You know those?
Yes.
Ones where wives have just had it up to their eyeballs with. Anyway, we were having a conversation this morning, and to be honest, we are experiencing a degree of frustration with what we are currently offering our viewership. Our viewership is very small. We aren't up to 2,000 subs yet. Our pledge memberships, Patreon, all that. So I'm going to throw something out there. This is going to go out in the next newsletter as well. What do you, as our devoted viewing audience, what should we be offering people? If you're a Patreon, what do you want for your Patreon subscription or your pledge? What kind of, we've talked back and forth about, we should do some kind of online Bigfoot course. What kind of course would be worth your time? Worth a monetary investment? What would help you? How can Squatch America, given that sometimes we're limited in our ability to travel or whatever, just for whatever reason, how could Squatch America serve you in a way that is worth your time and worth an investment of some sort? We want to put it out there. Well, how can we serve you?
Yeah, mostly how can we serve you?
Because, if we're not growing, it's because we're not offering something that is growing us. So we need your help.
Mm-hmm. So throw it in the chat or and in the comments in this if you're watching it later.
Yep. And you're right, Patty. If that's true, it would be a DNA mine. Absolutely.
Yes, and I have my DNA kit ready to rock and roll when we get there.
So really what we're asking you is, how can we become better? How can we reach more people? How can we give the Bigfoot community something that maybe they're not getting?
Mm-hmm. And we want to ask you, our Squatch Americans, because you're part of the team.
You are the team.
You are the team. So
and honestly, it was the idea of going on with just a yakety yak. We got nothing tonight, so let's just ask questions and fill some time. We almost canceled because we felt so bad doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't see it, and you know what, they might not be able to answer in the chat, because think about it. Email us at squatchamerica@gmail.com. Respond to the emails. If you were not signed up for our email, go to squatchamerica.com and subscribe so that you get the email.
Okay.
Patty says we should ask for more money.
Yeah, I feel bad doing that.
Yeah, he's got a problem. He would give the shirt off his back away. It's true. But there is something to be said. When people come to me to get healthy, this is what you're going to be paying to be on my health program, and it's worth every single last dime. So, You are worth it. You are worth it. You are worthy. He doesn't believe he's worthy of anything. That's his biggest problem. Come to Vermont and other areas with live footage videos for a fee. You mean like charge to go places? I like that idea.
Yeah, we could do that. Anyway, no, what we thought we'd like to do is one of the things that I really enjoy doing is our town hall meetings that we do when we travel. That's a great thing because I get to sit and talk about what we have found and what excites me about Bigfoot research to a group of people live. And then what's really good is the time before and the time after I speak is getting to meet everybody individually and getting to hear their stories and answering their questions and me getting to question them about what they saw and stuff like that. So.
Patty says that she keeps looking for ways to give more, but she heard paying through YouTube, they get half the money. True. And actually something that we could do, but we don't know how to grow this yet, is we could start a membership community on our website where we get all the money. Rather than going through Buy Me a Coffee and YouTube and Patreon, we could have our own. So we just need to nail this down, but we need to have a clear direction, and that's what we don't have is a clear direction. So I am always trying to, I love the idea of doing online Bigfoot courses, what would you like to learn? That sort of thing. So really just get creative, brainstorm a little bit. Maybe we could have a Patreon brainstorming session.
Yeah, and Michelle says weekly on the ground reports tromping through the woods. I would love to do that.
Maybe with
and it's getting closer. As soon as I get the truck, truck put together.
Harry/Clifford, now we can do that.
Yeah, well, I that's something I definitely want to get going more often.
One of the struggles we've had is what do we put on YouTube versus what do we reserve back for a paid membership? Because I'm going to tell you what, I'm throwing you under the bus again. He wants to give everything away to everyone. He wants everybody to see all his stuff. And the other thing that we were having a lovingly heated conversation about this morning, remember that video he did of Datus Perry, the little mini documentary? Mm-hmm. He doesn't think anyone is interested. He doesn't think anyone is interested in his idea to do a series of legendary historic Bigfooters. So let us know if that's something you're interested in. I thought it was absolutely fabulous, and his video work is awesome. Patty says, not to put it down on it, but I've been going through a really hard time lately, and watching you and Mog's channel has brought a lot of comfort.
All right, thank you.
You know what?
I love that.
You are kind of hilarious. So if you have any ideas, we are literally all ears. Donna! Donald is a Vermonter.
There you go.
Bennington Triangle.
The Bennington Triangle. There we go.
Well, guess what? We are down to a minute and a half.
Alrighty.
So, Donald, you had experiences in 1903 with those critters in Vermont. Go to squatchamerica.com and click on the link that will take you to our Bigfoot report form and fill that bad boy out.
There you go.
Renee says she feels like we're all a community. Yo, Scott.
What?
You started a cult.
Yes. We're Squatch America cult, okay? We're a Bigfoot cult. Is that cool? We're done.
Right. Your dream has come true.
My dream has come true. I always wanted to start a cult. All right.
That's because cult leaders walk away billionaires.
Yeah. Not that
we have not done that yet.
We're not even trying, actually,
but it would be, it would be better for Squatch America if we were offering something that would pay for us to do more. So
All right.
Right. It is now 5 seconds out. So as always, thank you so much for watching us.
Thank you, guys. Actually, what you've put in the chat's really.
He's going to cry when we log off. It's true.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
I know you. So remember our.
But by the way, hopefully next week we'll be able to talk about, and I'll get you pictures and stuff. Mopar Bill says Scottism.
What? Scottism.
So.
Serious?
Yeah. No. So hopefully
that.
by next week I'll be able to get you pictures and a better report on that Bigfoot nest thingy. And we love you guys too.
Love is important.
Yep. So with that,
remember, our job is to investigate the unexplained.
I can't wait till I get to the picture. Oh my gosh, I got to scroll through half a page of stuff. Okay.
Our job is to investigate the unexplained.
Not to explain the uninvestigated.
So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Let's get to 2,000 subs, please.
Yeah, share the videos if you can.
When you go to the store, say, hey, look at this. Pull it up on your phone. Yeah, now like it and subscribe. Yeah. To all the things
All right,
get really annoying about it.
Yep.
And so we'll see you next week. Bye.
And go out and find Bigfoot.
Yeah.